Welcome to Old Vincenzo's News Alerts, where truth and integrity reign supreme. Today, April 1st, reporting live from Blake Corum Championship Boulevard, this is your very own 400-pound reporter, Artie Lang. First reported on April 1st, a meticulously planned cryptocurrency crash sent shockwaves through the market. Bitcoin, the flagship cryptocurrency, plunged by a staggering 2,069, representing a significant 4.13% decrease. Additionally, XRP experienced a 2.69% decline, while XLM and Algo also suffered notable losses. This is not a drill, folks. This is real life. The volatility of the market demands vigilance and integrity. Stick with us at Old Vincenzo's for accurate updates and analysis. Don't forget to hit that like button, join the Jabroni Killers, and subscribe to our channel for more crucial updates. Your support through Super Chat helps us continue delivering the truth. Jackie, the joke man. Martling reminds you to stay informed and vigilant as Artie Lang has passed out in a heroin comatose state. Welcome to Old Vincenzo's News Alerts, where truth and integrity...
Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, and once again, this is a very critical breaking news. High manipulation, criminal cartel is fleeced, heisted, and shysted. Yes, you, that's right, we're CE member, Jabroni Killers. Subscribe down below, just like that phenomenal industry exclusive #1 XRP insider in the business told you to do for moments like this when the Bitcoin is down 3.46%, predictable, manipulated, orchestrated, and facilitated and executed flawlessly by the criminal gangsters that have infiltrated the United States government, the Federal Reserve, and the world banking system to knock down a B-town. Yes, yes, you. That's right, the retail trader out of your hard-earned fucking money. And we did warn you of this, and we are at a critical level. And you can see we bounced at it, and it's been a place that we've been warning you at the 66,355.92 from earlier today, and it bounced on it beautifully. And if we zoom back out to the 4-hour time frame, that was a critical area to try to bounce, to try to remain somewhat bullish after we kind of seen that we had the rounding top as the buyers or the bulls become exhausted and the sellers and the bears take over the market, and the price is going to come down. And now we got that Bart Simpson top where we had the hyper pump, then the Bart Simpson head look, and then the dump to the 200-day. And we most likely will get a little bit of a bounce back up into the 200 or up into the 50-day and 100-day in blue underneath and red respectively. Something like this off the wick, come up into the 69,269 range. And then if you're going to get bullish and continue this bull run, you break out to the upside, or you're going to get rejected, come back down again, and then slip this and end up coming to your next underneath target, which is down here at an uptrending support level, underneath support, which is the spot where you broke out of this rising channel that you've been in since way back here. And you can see we've respected it, come below it a few times, peaked above it a few times, but that $61,175.02 would be your next major underneath support. And then if you breach that, you would quickly, fastly, and brutally come down from around the $61,000 level, and you would breach the 58,000 with a little support, 58,500, 600, and you would quickly come down another 25% to 44,000, right? And that 58,000 is that major support levels from that mountain double top. If we go to the way zoomed out far back left machine, right here, you can see that's sort of the median of the topping out back here from the first top and then the second top where we had support and resistance right there. And when we broke below it, it became ultimately bearish and continued the bear market. And that's what we're watching out for here in the XRP. So in the immediate short term, industry exclusive out of the field, the 66,369.92, followed by 61,175.02, followed by 44,182.70 on a manipulated and orchestrated pump to the downside. And if we go and look at XRP, we've pumped all the way down, getting very close now to the bottom part of that blue trading zone. We got a topping out pattern here where the buyers or the bulls became exhausted, and the sellers or the bears are taking over the market. And the next stop, if you break this 59 cents, is the 57 cents, because we're in the same formation with the rising channel as the Bitcoin. You can see we peaked out there. We were in a symmetrical triangle, broke to the upside, Had the manipulated and the orchestrated pump by the judge, the news, and the criminal gangsters, fleece heisting and shysting. And now we're coming back here, and it's do or die. You can buy the Pro Shares Bitcoin ETF, and I've held it for a couple of weeks. We've been up, we've been down. We have 245 shares at $7.58. And we're currently up 2.26%. But we've been up and we've been down because this position is trying to form a top in Bitcoin and maybe a consolidation. You can see it's been on a very, very brutal downturn in the manipulated fashion as they orchestrated this beautifully to put the Bitcoin short and the ETF futures come out right at the bear market bottom. So when this ETF came out, it had nowhere to go but down because a bull market was starting. But this is a way you can try to make some money without selling your crypto. If Bitcoin goes down, you buy the Bitcoin ETF inverse, or betting that the price of Bitcoin is going to go down, and then say you don't sell your crypto and you put a couple of grand on here, and then the Bitcoin corrects 25 or 30 or 40% to the downside, you make 50 or 60% to the upside in the ETF that's been suppressed as people pump in. Then you sell back out of the ETF. If you had 2 grand and made 40%, you got $800. That even if your position is down $800 now, you can take the profit from here and accumulate and buy into your position when it's way down by using profits you made by not selling crypto, but by buying the inverse of the Bitcoin, or the bearish, the alternate to the bullish uh, ETF. And then you capitalize when you think the Bitcoin correction to the downside is done, you sell out of it, and then you take the proceeds or the profit, and then you add into your bag, to your accumulation, to the stack that you strategic way. You can still lose money on it. Anytime you're trying to make money, you can lose money, but you can't get liquidated because you're not on leverage. It's the same as buying a share. You own that share. It's not on leverage. There are no strike prices or call or put options where they expire worthless and you lose it all. There is none of that. It's a much, much safer way, a much, much higher chances of profit, and a more strategic way to try to implement your way and overt and subvert the overters and subverters with their own game, because you know the rules, you know the playbook, you know the manipulators and the manipulation that takes place in the cryptocurrency sphere, and you take their rules, their book, their game plan, and you reverse it on them, and you use those things, those set objective goals against them, and fleece, heist, and shyst, and quietly but successfully walk away in a long-term trade with all the fucking money by taking advantage of things like BITI, the inverse of Bitcoin, to try to make money and add to your stack without selling as there's a correction to the downside in the price of Bitcoin.